Yeah, we're going. Right. Oh, come on. Right. Why are you tilted? New. I'm new. Right. Camera's there. Right. So I'm gonna keep this brief and short. And I'm doing this off the camera, so I'm gonna. Yeah. Right. Head's a mess. I have had. I want to say, hand on heart, no joke, and you can see I'm really filthy. I really didn't think it was going to take off this well. People loving the Daleks so much, I really didn't think it was going to be this much. The amount of positivity, yeah, I can say that word, positive feedback that I've had from people, to me, long story short, I'm not going to make a big thing. I really do take to heart what people say, and I understand. Everyone loves it, really loves it. And don't take this in the wrong way. I am taking the feedback, and I'm always down for constructive criticism. But so far, it's all been. Everyone loves it. I've had people saying it should be on Doctor Who. It's a Dalek design that needs to happen. I'm amazed by what people think to this Dalek, all because I painted it in gunmetal grey, which is a favourite colour scheme of mine. I've always loved the day to planet colour schemes. Such a shame they haven't used them. Hopefully, maybe we might, if they just have to touch up the bronze design, just give them the gunmetal colour scheme. And what are you doing, BBC? Well, not BBC anymore because they no longer own them. But what are you doing? You can make loads of profit from that, more merchandise, like, you know, Ozzy says. Just, well, saying that, some people say they prefer the new series not to have classic colour schemes, but that design is just pretty much flawless, the NSD design. Where am I going with this? Anyway, the gunmetal grey design. Yeah, I'm absolutely shattered. I need to have a bath. Of course, all day, I'm not even joking, like you see, all day, them shoulders. I started roughly last night. I cut out the disc to map it out. I'm so much happier with them shoulders. They are so much better than the going inwards. The more, I don't know what you call it, but there is a thing. But they sort of stay true to the size instead of them going up and then in. I did that because I was taking inspiration from the True Dalek paradigm plans. Long story short, for people who are not on Project Dalek, the True Dalek paradigm plans are a what if they took the paradigm design. I wish I could show you, but I'm not allowed to show measurements. They take the paradigm design and they scale it down and make it a little more in scale to a standard Dalek and a bit more elegant looking. And on the shoulders of them, instead of them going, my hands need to be here. Instead of them going like that, they go up and then they go in. I thought that would look good on the Dalek. I really didn't like the look. It made the neck look too small. So I thought, right, that sort of, it doesn't have a hunchback because of the way I've designed this shoulders. I basically built the shoulders, and then like a standard shoulders, a circle disc at the top, and the egg shape, basically what a Dalek is. And you sort of build your frame up, and then you wrap it. That's very bare minimum of how the shoulders of a Dalek are made. I did that, and then I bulked them out. Whereas the paradigms, you build them up in layers, as what I did with the red Dalek. So you have like 4 plates, more or less, like an egg shape, but they gradually get smaller each time, and then it goes to the circle. Why, as that, if I have one, yeah, I do have one. So as you can see, this is the paradigm. Oh, come on, focus. You can see it has that hunchback. But if you look on the side, if it'll fin it has that design where it continues up. It's funny because there's no way to really fin it. If I could show the plans, it would explain everything, but I'm not allowed. I'm really not. For anyone who don't know, you've got to pay money towards Project Dalek because it's a contribution team or community of people who are like big Dalek fans like myself, who are people who have gone up to measure the original Daleks, the casts and everything, to give us the measurements from the original parts. there's a lot on there. So I'd suggest if you like Daleks and all that, or Doctor Who, and you're just interested, it's £5. I'm giving them a shout out here, or a plug-in. But no, honestly, if you love Daleks like myself, get on Project Dalek, because there's plans, there's how to do, there's loads of information, behind the scene pictures. And like me, myself, I love behind the scenes stuff of how they made the props, where they exist now and where they are. But yeah, 5 minutes and I'm going right. So yeah, hand on heart, I wanted to say from me, thank you to everyone who's been supporting the Dalek. I'm really excited to show it lighting up. It looks grand. It just needs the voice. I'm still trying to get that right. I've always done Dalek voices as I'm young, like, given that I don't want to do it on camera, but you sort of give a grunt, if you will. I nearly did it then. You don't just talk like this, you put emphasis on it, otherwise you're not a Dalek then. It doesn't. Some people can't do it, I understand that, but with how I take the Daleks very seriously, I put on that voice. I'm still trying to get it right. I've got to learn lines now. They just keep coming through. Loads of people loving, liking, wowing, commenting. I've had like nearly 30 odd on the Dalek builders, or maybe 40 odd, I can't remember now. I've put it all everywhere at the minute, and it's got a lot of attraction. But yeah, oh god, where are I going? I can't remember now. Right, anyway, yeah, it's got a lot of positive feedback. It's still, in my eyes, where I was going. In my eyes, when I'm a builder, I'm still not at the stage. The Imperials, they're where I'm currently at. If you see, the shoulders are there. I'm getting ready to mould them. I've been practicing. They're still not perfect, but they are so much better than any Imperial I've ever done. Imp 1J was a trial, a test, if you will, for getting into fiberglass. I'm not the best, but yeah, I've been doing the Imperial Daleks. I say doing, what's the word? Practicing. I've been practicing. Shout out to Patrick. I took him, not information, not advice. I took inspiration from Patrick, so shout out for him. He was the guy that finally, when I watched his YouTube, and his Imperial Dalek was just perfect, a dead-on replica. So shout out to his Dalek as well. To him, sorry, and that Dalek he did. And I took inspiration from him, and it gave me that extra boost to, right now I know how to properly do the slats and everything. I took inspiration from him, from that, you know, mould making. From Mooncrest Models, watching a lot of videos on the internet, learning woodwork from Steve Ramsey, you know. A lot of things to finally give me that push to finally go, right, this Dalek now needs to fully be good. Not good with words. Be ideal in a filming situation. Because when I used to do Daleks, they used to be timber, and they used to be left outside, and then rain would drop on them, and they were smaller, and rain would go on it, and it would just fall apart. Now I'm obsessed with plastic-based Daleks, GRP fiberglass, but it's very costly, and it takes an awful long time. But this Dalek that I've now done, and I really cannot wait to show. I'm gonna leave the big reveal for a trailer that I've got in mind. I've got an idea of what I want to do for that big thing. It's going to be a night shoot, hopefully. I'm going to need help with it, and I want to make a big thing from it, because this is 4 months of non-stop grafting, battling with myself, going, this needs to be better, this needs to, having low expenses, nothing, and I've now yet to move on to the Imperial and the TARDISes, and Imperials and the TARDIS. I'm only having 1 TARDIS and 3 Imperials, and there's a lot. Thank you to my family for supporting me. Don't want to make this soppy, it's really not. I'm just saying, just thought I'd video myself for the first, more or less, a proper videoing, and I'm getting used to this. And yeah, and I never know where I'm going when I'm talking. I do rattle on, and I go from point A, point B, point D, point C. I'm all over the place. And I'm glad there's people. I'm hoping there's people that just sit and enjoy listening to me rant. But yeah, it's a step in the right direction to finally have a Dalek talking, to finally have it lighting up. I did one years ago, but it was done by a little like a little battery, and it was pressed by a switch. That Dalek, if it still exists, because we haven't seen it for a while, is in Leeds. And that was an Imperial Dalek. It wasn't brilliant, but for the time, I was happy. I sold it on for 50 quid. And apparently it sold on for 200. And it cost me 50 quid just to mould the bumps. It was a stupid thing I did. Back then, I just needed the space when that happened. I needed space. Wish I had held on to it. But in Finny, it's, well, people know me. When they come here, they go, "Oh, you're the guy who built the Dalek, and it's in Leeds now." So at least there's that. There's 3 Daleks I've done that are scattered about in the UK. So didn't get much for them either. I really didn't. But that's a learning curve. And I know you're not meant to sell Daleks, but these Daleks weren't full scale. They weren't done to the plans. They're not perfect. But anyway, that's everything. Like I say, everyone who's given me a lot of support today, it's just not joking. Literally, ding, ding, ding. It's been constantly having to say thank you, right? Not a speech, but a few sentences to each person, and it was like, oh god. As much as I was enjoying it and all that, I'm like, right, I'm having to write to this person, telling them this, thank you. I didn't want to just say thank you each time to each person. But there is a lot. I can't wait. I'm finally going in the right direction for prop making. And this Dalek is just... It sadly has not turned out... Here I am now talking about the colour. Sadly, it's no longer the Eternal Dalek. Sadly. Reason, I got cheap paint. It was a chrome. And as people know, chrome, as soon as you touch it, it leaves fingerprints, easily marks. And then I put a lacquer on it, and then it dulled it, and then for some reason it cracked it, and then my friend, who's another Dalek builder, said, oh yeah, if it doesn't fully cure, like give it a few days or a week at least, the chrome, with the moisture that's in it, something like that, it pulled, for some reason that lacquer just pulled the gold, and then underneath you could see the white gel coat, and I was like, oh no, I didn't like it. Some people didn't mind it. Joy definitely didn't mind it at all, but I was like, no, it just doesn't look nice. And then it was basically a ball ache, because then I had to repaint it today, because I was, like I say, redoing the shoulders, re-sculpting them, the top section to look like the paradigms, which I think does look better in its favour. I just did not like the way it went in like that. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, so the colour, I thought, sod it, I'm just going to spray the entire fin. I was going to do it when I have a fiberglass 2 copies. I said I'm going to have a gold and 2 grey drones. But I thought, right, no, might as well just paint this fin. I can't be bothered taking all the bumps off. And masking and all that. I was like, I've only got until Sunday, because we're doing something big on Sunday with that Dalek. So I was like, yeah. Sprayed the entire fin down, and it just happened to look good. As soon as I pulled it into the street to then paint the dome and the rest, I was like, actually, I do like that look. Not perfect, because I've done a bit of weathering and everything. It's not perfect, but the gunmetal grey just pops. For some reason, I like that gunmetal grey look. They're not my favourite Daleks, because I love the Imperials, but I guess they're a good contrast against the Imperials. So hopefully for my special, hopefully I ain't confused people. So what is there, I might as well say, for people who are watching my channel, what is there that's happening? So I've said there's going to be a film called Cameron. That is my film that I'm going to do, of basically fan footage film. Not much to do with Doctor Who, but I'm sure people will still like it. And that's going to be a passion project, if you will. I shouldn't cover my mouth in case there's people who can't hear. So that's going to be a little passion project. Reason why I've got this camera now, so properly filming. There's my other film, my first film that I want to do. Once I've helped Troy with everything, or during while I'm helping, the whole Dalek civil war in Castleford. It's going to take a lot of work, even if it takes 5 years, which I'm sure a lot of people will be like, oh, that's a long time. I don't care. I want this film to be outstanding, lots of pyrotechnic effects if I can get that. I'm having to supply all the Daleks, all the props, more or less, because it's my thing. I want to do my own remembrance of the Daleks sort of thing. So hopefully that design, what I'm talking about, that in the gunmetal grey, but it'll be slightly tweaked and a bit more updated for the final result, because there's a few things that I'm still not happy with, and against the Imperial Daleks. So there's that. So that's the 2 films that I'm more or less working on. That's what's to come to the channel. Like I say, I don't know how long it's going to take, but that's more or less where it is. There's a lot. There's going to be an upcoming confidential sort of thing of behind the scenes of not just Troy's thing, because I'm going to be doing a bit more work on this episode, helping him in the special effects part, as I've got Phil Mora for effects to help him in that. I'm also going to do behind the scenes, so I've got loads of footage of what we've already done of the Angel. There will be behind the scenes of what's happening on Sunday, but I'm not revealing what that is. And yeah, I'm trying to think, is that everything? So there is quite a lot to come. I know I'm not the greatest YouTuber in the world because I have no idea what to do. I'm a very busy person, as you can tell, with building. And when you're building a project, I have tried doing the filming, which you will get more on this. It's just, right, when parents are at home, when I've got a quiet day and everything, and when I've got money, because money is an issue at the minute. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say on my half, and you will not be let down by this Dalek. Won't be the greatest thing in the world. It won't be Hollywood. It won't be the BBC budget, but it will be for the first time just a proper full-on Dalek. And I'll hopefully be going to an event, hopefully in September. So it's going in down the right path, because people have started asking, will you do this, will you come to this, you know, so I've got a Dalek at least that people are interested in, so it's a good thing. So good things are happening and coming to the channel, and a lot is happening. I've just got a lot of props to do. Got to get that script written for, I think Cameron, the film, is going to happen more first, because it's not going to take as long. It's not, but I do need 3 Dalek props for that. So I do need to get a shift on. I'm not sure if I'm going to have the Paradigms or the Imperials. For the, if you've seen the intro for what I've done, it's polished up a bit more now, and I haven't got the watermark anymore. So that's polished up. But yeah, there's that scene, that idea of like War of the Worlds and Daleks coming out. Don't know what location I'm going to do. It's got to be somewhere in Cass. I've got to then hire extras, if possible, police, shaky cam sort of footage of people tripping over each other, and these 3 Daleks coming out of this doorway with it all falling apart, with the police in the foreground and the Daleks in the background coming forward with the smoke and all that. I've got it all in my head, but it's like, how am I going to do that? And that is going to be like 5 days of filming just to get it right and find all these extras, and if it's possible. I know it looks like I'm talking out of my ass, but I want to make that a thing, if possible. So I think that's what's going to happen first, the Cameron found footage thing of loneliness and depression, basically. And it's just going to be a bit like, anyone who likes creepypasta stuff, it'll be like the Backrooms sort of thing. So I'm having to find locations that are quiet, out of the way, literally look dead, like liminal spaces. So that, if that gives you an idea, for anyone who has an idea on what that stuff is, because it is it's a niche project sort of thing. And then of course the Daleks versus Daleks, that's going to be a really big project. And I've got a lot to do. And I've also got a shuttle to do, if possible. Someone said do a little model, and I'm like, nah, I want to do a full on. People will be like, well, where are you going to store it? Oh, we'll just store it on top of the garage bottom and cover it up with a tarp. Make sure, you know. People already look at the garden anyway, so to have a big shuttle or spaceship on top of there. But that is going to be, and then I've got to get a crane. Oh, this is all these ideas I've got that sound like I'm from another world. I'm thinking of all this. This is all ideas that I want to do. But I can't do it alone, of course. I've already had someone come forward. Don't know if I can say his name, but he's offered about a camera to help with that and be a Dalek operator, because he already does Dalek operating. And he lives quite close, so hopefully he can get involved. As many people who are Dalek builders or operators who want to get involved just for a fun project. Of course, it'd have to be fully thought out, but it is something I really want to do. Something I want to be remembered, like what Troy is doing now with his. Well, he's done Dead as Day, and then his Metal and Stone, and then I can't remember what the third one is going to be called. But yeah, what he's doing right now, it's thanks to him that I've now, like, I really want to do film work. But I probably could do with like a Patreon and all that for people to support the work by donating money, who want to see it, of course. Not just random people. I'm still thinking, where am I going to take the channel? Because it's very slow at the minute. And I do want to take it in that direction of, right, daily uploads, more this, more that, better. You're slowly getting it now, so yeah. And vlogs maybe in Castleford when I'm just walking about, daily vlogs. You know, you'll probably get that. But yeah, that's enough ranting. 22 minutes should do it. This has been a... what shall I call this? I don't know, vlog 1. Something like that. A proper vlog sort of thing. So I will see all you whenever I see you. But you'll be hearing about us very soon. Can't say what, but you might hear about us if you're in the local area. To those who are subscribed, who live locally, you'll see quite a lot. I'm keeping it zipped at the minute, but I will not let you down. You will be seeing a lot, and you'll be like, oh god, wish I could say what's going to happen, but I'm just going to have to keep it quiet for now. But yeah, a lot of exciting stuff and what's to happen very soon, and I will see all of you if I can find the off switch, and I can. I'll see you all soon.